were such good friends.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess.
Are we live?
Yeah, you're live. You're live.
We're doing a Facebook Live video today.
Are we live now, Ron?
Yeah, you're live.
Hey, Ron, check the door, will you?
Make sure it's locked.
Yeah, make sure. Is it? Wait. Did you push on it?
Yeah.
You gotta jiggle the key.
Yeah. You gotta jiggle the key and you gotta hold your mouth just right to make sure it's locked.
Okay, it's locked.
Did you push on it?
I did.
Okay.
Is it locked?
Really good. Rich is already saying what's up, man.
Okay. So, I'm Nick. This is Ron. This is Brad. I meant to do that before you got back, Ron, because I wanted to point at the empty chair because I thought that'd be funny. Yeah, this is Ron. Ron is our chief instructor. Brad is our czar of finishing.
Czar.
The czar of finishing?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make you sound cool, man.
It's more like the Cerakoter extraordinaire.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. So Brad does our Cerakote, some of the Kydex. Yeah, he's actually our top salesman. So I mean, if you've come in here, you've probably dealt with him at some point.
Regional
I am
sales
Nick.
manager.
Yeah, I'm the attractive one, obviously.
The attractive.
I do all of the gunsmithing. I also do some of the Kydex with Brad. There's another guy, Joe, who I guess technically owns the business at this point, and he
small part in it.
sort of does some of the Kydex once in a while, I guess. But yeah, we're the three amigos. I think that's
really
fair.
the three amigos.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I have your watch when you're dead?
Can we just start this Facebook
We are
Live
the
video?
We already started it. No, see, we have the first introductions.
oh man.
Yeah, I think that covers the introductions. We'll move into what Redleg does.
What does Redleg do?
So, Redleg is a tactical pro shop.
Do we adopt puppies?
No, because a pro shop would not adopt any animals.
Really?
No, we're here in Colorado Springs. We do Kydex, of course, as we previously mentioned, Cerakote, and we do some Hydrodip as well. We do gunsmithing, we do some custom belts, we do... Obviously, over here we have the chief instructor, so we do some classes that are fantastic.
Classes.
Absolutely. So yeah, I like to think of us as a tactical pro shop. You can come in here, bring us your gun, we'll set it up specifically for you. We'll get you equipped and outfitted, and we'll teach you how to use it.
Definitely.
What kind of classes though? Like cooking classes?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, he'll teach you how to microwave popcorn if you pay him enough. He'll also teach you how to carry a firearm concealed.
oh yes.
Yeah, he can teach you how to run a carbine.
Ultra concealed.
Yeah, if
Concealed
you're
carbine.
if you're not a new shooter, but you've been around a while, you can go out with Ron and do one of our dynamic proficiency classes, and Ron will pick up on your current skill level and run you through drills and exercises to increase your current skill level, and bump you up a little bit so you're a little quicker, a little higher speed, a little more John Wick badass, right?
Well,
That's my one.
Yeah, good job. But no, I really like to think that I've helped Brad tremendously. Like, he stopped shooting himself after one class.
After one class. After only one class, he stopped shooting himself. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
They were able to sew my toe back on, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Rich says that, obviously we bore sight pistols. Rich,
No.
nice.
I would be answering your questions on Facebook tonight, but I'm currently banned.
Hey, well, what happened? What
I'm
happened?
currently in jail. Apparently, you cannot sell gun parts on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who'd have known?
Sorry, Paul. We were trying to sell that slide for you. So, Brad's in the clink right now. He's working on those prison tattoos. He's getting those memes. He's got Pepe like half done. It's a slow, painful process because we've got the little tattoo gun made out of the
Walkman motor and a
yeah,
toothbrush.
It's a hard knock life.
yeah. So, Ron, what's coming up on the 19th?
Okay. So, Sunday, not tomorrow,
Not tomorrow.
but next Sunday,
So, like 8 days from now.
like the 19th
Okay.
of this month.
So today's the 11th. So that's almost as though it were 8 days from now.
Right.
Almost as though it
It's
was
really
next
close.
week, but the following day after 1 week from today.
So it's 8 days from now,
Yeah.
Okay.
not 7.
No.
Here's the deal. IDPA, International Defensive Pistol Association, every third Sunday of the month, there's a match here in Colorado Springs. It's hosted by Pikes Peak Gun Club, the Isaac Walton Range. The club, the IDPA club is called Front Range IDPA. Here's the deal. I love competing at IDPA mainly because it stretches my skills and makes me think completely outside of what I typically teach. Like I don't teach people to run and gun, teach them to avoid evade counter, and then potentially use a gun to save their life. Not, do the John Wick stuff, right? But,
Potentially?
yeah.
So you teach them to pretentiously shoot?
Pretentiously, yeah.
Potentially, okay.
No, so
Potency?
it's a pretty potential proposition.
Oh, okay. Potential, like it might happen.
Yes.
Okay.
IDPA this next Sunday, free to first-time shooters. So I don't think you've actually shot IDPA here.
I have not shot IDPA in Colorado, no.
So it would be free for you.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah,
you wanna come out?
I plan to come out. I'm going to do what I can to come out.
Okay.
Yep,
What's the main difference between
as long as I don't
IDPA
kill
and
another car.
another pistol competition?
So the defensive stuff, right? So generally, the guys that are competing in IDPA are competing with what they carry. All right, they're not competing with the latest and greatest speed gun or laser rifle or whatnot. So it's,
So I shouldn't bring out my Glock that has the comp and the red dot on it?
now you could, and you could compete within certain divisions of IDPA. But that's really the cool thing is, for minimal gear, I can go out and compete and see how my skills stack up against a lot of other guys. And I can see especially where I need to improve and so on. So
Maybe instead I should bring like my Glock 43 and a couple of mags, or
I would love to see you run the 43.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool. Now I use a Glock 19 stock. I compete in what's called the stock service pistol division. Okay, so if you're wanting to compete like with a 34 that has a comp and red dot and stippling and all this stuff, it would be in like an outlaw or maybe an enhanced service pistol division. There's all sorts of divisions. You can get a lot more information on that through idpa.com or Front Range IDPA's website, which is fridpa.com. But like I said, it's free to new shooters. We had Mike come out and shoot with us this past month. He actually did a video on that. And it's really cool because the guy's working through some disabilities, and he did a great job. Did you guys see that?
I did see some stuff about it. Yeah, Mike's a good dude. He came by today. Unfortunately, I was in the middle of some stuff and couldn't run away to come say hi. But yeah,
he's a stud of a guy. But we're also going to have going to IDPA with us a guy that I know is Derek from the Guns, Gear, and Beer podcast.
Right. Yeah.
He's a cool, really, really cool dude, and I'm curious to see how he shoots a lot of those stages.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Derek brings out the blue steel. We've been hearing a lot about the blue steel. I'm hoping we get to see it.
I've seen Magnum, but I haven't seen blue steel.
Yeah, we've all seen him with the Magnum, but we're waiting on the blue steel. Hopefully that'll be out there.
Yeah, well, dude, he's an awesome guy. With that blue steel. No, so Derek also, he does a lot of rifle stuff too, and so this IDPA match has a side match just after the main match concludes. It's a rifle match. So bring your rifle.
Okay.
After we finish up on the pistol stuff, there's that little side match with the rifle.
Okay.
It's going to be wonderful.
How many side matches are there?
There's only one
Okay.
every match, and it changes. Sometimes it's like shotgun, sometimes it's backup gun. There's several different types.
What kind of rifle should I bring? Should I bring like my phased plasma rifle in the 40-watt range?
Definitely.
Should I bring that out?
Well, take the one off the space shuttle. And,
Okay.
Okay. I got a few of those on my gun safe.
No, so the match director, guy's name is Mick. Last year, he ran a freaking Garand.
Did he hurt his thumb?
Yeah, he got a grand thumb.
Did he hurt his pointed thumb?
Yeah, did he catch himself?
Definitely did.
How fast was he with those clips?
Oh, he wasn't tremendously fast. I mean, he wasn't trying to race per se. He was just trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
But
he should come see us because that might be one of the first times that we've actually made a clip carrier instead of a mag carrier.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would
Clip
be.
carrier.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I should buy a full auto AK and run this class with it.
Okay, so here's a problem that we had last year. That real life lady brought her can out, her suppressor, her silencer, right?
Right.
And so she ran the course of fire, ran it beautifully, but they didn't set the timer to pick up the low decibels for all that.
Man.
And so they couldn't give her a time. Yeah, it was sad. So
just read nothing.
precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
That
it was
sucks.
zero. She had the lowest score. It was all zeros. Yeah.
Of course.
You did a
Yeah.
really good job.
But no,
Her
the
split
right.
times are so fast.
It's amazing. IDPA this next Sunday. Come out. It's free for new shooters. Isaac Walton Range. New shooter brief is at 7:30. You got to be out there if you want to shoot it. If you're a new shooter, you got to be there
I
at
was into it until
7:30.
you said 7:30.
Really?
7:30 on a Sunday?
Dude, come on.
Yeah, it's
You can do
Sunday.
this.
That's like
Yeah,
the
that's,
one day.
that's doable. We
You can do this. You can do it.
We'll see.
I promise you can do it.
We'll see.
Yeah, so please come out, shoot it with us, and if you're on the Facebook and you run your mouth about how your pistol is the latest and greatest 1911 that's out there, and I challenge you to come out. Why don't you come out?
You know, I actually think that's a good segue, Ron.
Exactly.
I think you were kind of setting up.
I was trying.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Okay.
So Ron, who does most of our Facebook stuff, thankfully because Brad,
He's a Joe.
I get to panhammer quite often.
yeah, he's a Facebook convict. So Ron does most of our Facebook stuff, and he set up a new Facebook group. What is that called?
So, okay, groups are funny on Facebook.
Right, but what's the group called?
Redleg Tactical Group.
Oh, that's
RTG.
very creative, Ron.
Okay, so it's really
Yeah.
well. Give me a break,
Maybe something cool like Redleg.
Super high speed.
Yeah.
The super high speed.
Super high speed.
Super high
badassery.
speed.
That's my one.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I'll change the name.
So apparently, Redleg Tactical Group. Sorry about the name, guys. Is on there.
10th group.
So that's gonna be there for memes, talk about training, gun stuff.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, fun stuff. Whatever you guys feel like talking about. Is that that's like an NC-17, like a hard R X-rated group, right? Adult only.
A strong
Yeah.
PG-13, /R
Okay.
rating.
Like
Or we could talk about our favorite
there might
whiskey
be-
and cigars.
there might be one F-bomb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean that's the
Yeah.
extent of it, but I mean.
Yeah, so it's like an extreme PG-13.
No, okay, so here's how this came about, and the whole reason that I set up the group was because we have a lot of our followers on Facebook and customers that send us memes. Like they'll send it to us in like a private message, and usually they're amazing. It's hilarious, and so sometimes like of course I steal those memes for the Redleg
Right.
page, but I want to give like a lot more credit and have like
Yeah.
a community
I
where
mean,
we can
let's
do
be
that.
honest. Once in a while, some of those memes are maybe just a little too much for what we want to post on the company page.
Yeah, we don't want to be like
So,
Just
so
post
it's
them.
like
What's the worst that can happen?
it should be like the Redleg Blue group or like the Redleg After Dark group. Or,
No, okay, I don't like what you're suggesting. No.
The Red Lake back page.
It's like no, it's just like it's like the Red Lake page, but
So
a little more blue, a little a little less worried about our public business image.
precisely.
Yeah.
But
Friends are
where
Redleg.
you can do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So that's starting up. That's coming around. In years past, Redleg has had a quasi group that wasn't extremely tight and nobody really knew about it. So this is a way that we're producing or publicizing this particular group. And so, yeah, for any of you that were associated with any previous Redleg stuff, yeah, we'll have some stuff coming your way.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Who's allowed in the group?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, so we can't have any people that think that the Second Amendment only applies to a certain particular group outside of all law-abiding citizens. Okay?
Like leather
yes, I
sling
know.
people.
Yeah, like Brad seems to think that
Hey man,
only.
I like leather slings. I've got a leather sling hanging in my bedroom. Got a rock on it,
PG.
Hey, I didn't go too far. That's PG. That's Nick at Night.
Nick at Night.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. So I mean, you got that. I mean, seriously, there's some like not so savory characters out there that I have zero want to facilitate.
Yeah, we had a fine gentleman last night that was
I was like
a
envisioning ways.
little too far.
Yeah,
I'm super jealous that I can't read anything that he posted.
You shouldn't be. Yeah,
I was pulling out that band hammer.
Yeah, I was watching like in real time, and I was like, I'd like type out a response, and I'd be like, no, let Ron deal with it, let Ron. And then I'd type something and be like, no, let Ron take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some
He
less
got me
than
going.
savory characters out there that we seriously do not want to have any affiliation with whatsoever.
Right.
So, yeah, there are some people that just like, nope, you're not going to be in there. But
Yeah.
by and large, so long as you're not like walking around saying that, well, I'm just going to fire 2 shots in the air so I scare off bad guys. I mean,
Hey, I'm not racist, but yeah, basically, be cool.
So
if you can be excellent to each other,
no absolute
then you'll have a good time in there.
idiots. No absolute idiots. I mean, we'll make an exception for Nick at Night, but
Obviously, yeah.
that's the main like. Okay, but overall, if you want to
Brown
get
chicken,
in, if you want
brown
to
cow.
brown chicken, brown cow.
That's
If
right.
you want to get in, man, that's cool. In fact, we'll invite several of you. If we don't get your an invite sent to you, request it. Come on in, have a good time.
I think we pretty much covered that one.
We beat that one into the ground. Do you guys have a shovel? Because I think we should bury that one.
Can we just bury Ron?
Maybe. I have bad news, Ron. Yeah. Lead times. So lead times, we're still on Kydex. We're still right around the 3-week mark. We are, of course, still working on it. We have a goal set up for the end of the month, and I'd say we're ahead of schedule on where we want to be for the month.
Whoa, no way. Man, you guys have been working hard.
We've been doing what we can. Yeah, we're definitely going to meet that goal, and our plan is in the near future to have our lead times down to what we would consider to be more acceptable.
So which one of you guys have been like pumping out the Kydex the most?
We hired a monkey.
Okay.
Yeah. Big dumb gorilla.
Yeah.
Goes by Joe. We've been. I'd say you and I
Yeah, it's
probably
just,
split it.
it's pretty equally
Yeah.
split.
And then Joe's back from vacation, so when he feels like gracing us with his presence, he comes in and helps us out, which is nice because it means Brad and I can jump back and forth between the other things we do, like Cerakote and gunsmithing, and get stuff going for Joe, and he's able to finish stuff out.
And I may or may not have hammered out a bunch of Cerakote.
May or may not.
May or may not.
It's
That's
gonna be
a big thing. Yeah, we definitely are pushing to get Cerakote down as well. We'd like to see that. Those lead times
Cerakote
short.
lead times are down.
So
Yeah.
So what? I mean, on average, what would you say the?
If I have color in stock, I can get it done in 7 days.
Holy good Lord Almighty!
That's pretty
where I'm
quick.
at right now.
That's amazing.
And that's on like solid colors that I have in stock.
Right.
For like patterns are still a couple weeks out. If I have to order color, it's going to be like a couple weeks out.
Yeah, of course, just because we have to wait for the stuff to get here.
Right.
Now, what about the holsters? I mean, what are they at right now?
We're still right around that 3-week mark, but we're getting slowly shorter and shorter and shorter. So yeah, our goal is to have that cut down so that we'll have a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, by the end of the month, we'll be all squared away on that to where we can
like
come up with something else.
I don't want to say too much and promise too much because I've always had the philosophy that I would rather under promise and over deliver than disappoint people.
No, okay.
you know?
So hey, back
Yeah.
up last week. If you guys were watching last week, Joe had destroyed the heat press thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that go? I mean, you guys got that squared away, right?
Yeah, we were able to get that part in on Tuesday, and Brad was able to get it installed, Tuesday afternoon?
Yeah,
Something
about
like that?
Tuesday. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we showed up around like 10:30, 11.
Yeah, and I would say we are back up to where we should be. We were able to get caught back up. So it threw kind of a monkey wrench into things, but we were able to take care of it.
Yeah,
Get caught up. So, yeah, I would say that Kydex is moving pretty smoothly right now. yeah, beyond that, I mean, we've got some hardware we're waiting on
For the
Well, mainly-
gunsmithing.
for the holsters.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try out some new hardware, and we're waiting on that to come in. That should be in kind of middle of next week. But yeah, other than that, I'd say we're doing pretty well.
So really,
As far as as far as the goals that we've set for ourselves,
And it's 7 days on Cerakote.
yeah,
7 days on
7
Cerakote
days.
in stock colors.
In stock colors. And I'm not saying in stock colors and I don't have anything in stock. I got a cabinet back there full of colors.
Now, Brad, you say 7 days, so like if I wait for 7 days and then bring my stuff in, that means we'll get it done right then, right?
Negative. That means that you will wait 7 days after you bring it in.
Oh, wait, so you mean like those wait times, like they slide? It's not like you have 7 days worth of stuff and then you're done?
No.
Okay.
It means like I'm caught up to a point where I can work on stuff that's 7 days out.
Hey,
Okay.
Jeremy Mason wants to know like what colors that you currently have. Do you have any off the top of your head that you can list?
Oh, man.
I'm not even joking. I have a cabinet, like a storage locker full of colors.
We have a lot of colors.
All your popular colors: Magpul, FDE, burnt bronze, midnight bronze.
Yeah, like
the popular stuff.
if you want black, gray, green, tan, or a goldish color,
Yeah,
we have a couple of shades of each.
What?
and
what
yeah,
about
like
magenta?
even magenta.
You're gonna have to wait. 'Cause
You're gonna
we'll
have to wait for
special order
magenta,
that.
but I
because
do-
no one wants magenta.
White and purple. White.
I have 2 colors of purple and 1 color of white, and I believe I have some pink and Tiffany blue back there.
Yeah, I mean, like we could go into like let's list off everything that we have back
That would
there.
be here all night.
Well, hey, no,
Yeah,
these
we'd be
guys
here
are
for a
asking
while,
questions.
so.
Hey, Josh wants to give you a quick tip. Josh says if you throw it in the microwave to dry it, it cuts the 7 days in half.
Does it?
Well,
It's not like
try
I'm
that.
baking this stuff for 7 days.
Yeah, and it's not like a lot of those parts are made out of metal or anything, you know.
Yeah, or plastic. No, the ARs are built out of super high-speed aluminum alloy.
We
carbon
only only do 3D printed stuff.
fiber. Yeah,
So Instagram, Brad, you are banned from Facebook. You are in Facebook jail. You're a Facebook convict at this point. You're getting that Pepe tattoo, but you're still golden on Instagram, right?
yeah, I'm doing pretty well on Instagram.
Yeah, like I
that's
guess.
like my conjugal visit.
Yeah,
to
they
society.
didn't crack down on the photos of like you, the suggestive with the pasties.
No,
The tassels. The tassels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The
Man,
tactical
Brad does this
pasties.
awesome thing with the tassels.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, Instagram, Brad. You've been working on that. Ron's our Facebook guy. You're our Instagram guy.
It's
How's
not
that been
really a
going?
big deal. I mean, I just post some pictures every now and then,
Oh no, it's a big deal.
every single day.
He posts
3 or
awesome
4
photos.
times.
Yeah, I'll look over him. He'll be like holding the phone out, and like,
Like, hey, get a picture of this.
Which, hey, by the way, the
Yeah.
Instagram feed is on our website. So if you don't like have access to Instagram, you can just look and see all the stuff he's doing on our website, redlegtactical.com.
I don't link the Instagram to Facebook for a reason. It's so I can do Instagram exclusive stuff. If you were on my Instagram right now, you would know that there's something going on Instagram.
Brad, our Instagram.
Our Instagram.
There's
Instagram.
something going on.
There's something going on. That's all you can know.
Something wicked this way comes.
If you
I
just
guess, I guess you'll have to go on Instagram to find out what
Redleg
that
Tactical
thing
Instagram?
is.
at Redleg Tactical.
At Redleg Tactical.
So
So that's like
AT
the A
Redleg.
with the circle around it, or the
Yeah,
AT?
yeah.
Okay.
okay, do some Instagram stuff and find out what he's
There's
got
something
going on.
pretty big going on over there right now.
Like-
yeah, we'll have to check that out.
I haven't told them.
When
so-
is wait, what?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I guess I need to get more active on Instagram.
There may
because
be a naked picture of Nick.
Apparently, I need to crack down on Brad.
Brad is fired.
There's no naked pictures on Instagram.
Brad, you're fired.
Especially, I mean, like I don't know what you're trying to do right now. Scaring people away by telling them that their naked photos of me is.
So Jeremy was going to download Instagram. I guess he won't be anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeremy.
Well, I lost somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well.
When's the next concealed carry class?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next
okay.
weekend. So Friday, Saturday. So if you come in and you're saying I want a concealed carry class,
Right.
The Friday night classroom portion is in this shop right where we're sitting, and that's 6 to 8:30, and then
Right
we do
here.
live fire
Right here.
portion.
With
Live
this
fire-
table.
Yes, with this table. Live fire is on Saturday noon to 4.
I'm gonna mark this chair, and if they're not exactly in this spot,
Yeah, there will be an X on the ground.
X marks the spot.
Yeah. So how often do you do those concealed carry? By the way, this is, we've been covering sections of the facts. This is our facts section for tonight.
Cool.
So how often do you do those?
I try to do the introduction to concealed carry class 2 times a month.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's introduction sounds really mediocre,
Right.
but it's probably one of the most in-depth concealed
So-
carry classes in the area.
But 2 times a month. So like the fourth and the first and fourth weekend of every month.
Yeah, I try it for the first weekend of the month and then the third weekend of the month.
Okay.
Here's
First
a
and
problem.
third, okay.
it's
So
not the 2nd and 15th.
every month is different, right? Exactly.
Of
As far
course,
as
yeah.
like dates and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Some have an extra weekend in them.
and here's a problem. So in September we've got Labor Day weekend, the first weekend, and that throws a
Okay.
wrench into everything for the rest of the month.
Right.
So
Or like recently we had your anniversary.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Anniversary.
But we do our best. So first and third. So I can come in. Like let's say I'm new to this state. I just moved here.
Hi, my name's Brad.
Oh, hi Brad. Good to meet you.
Would you like to sign up for concealed weapons class?
Uh,
Yes, you would. We have it this
I don't know
weekend.
about with you. You're an instructor, right? Yeah. Anyway, so let's say I just moved to this state.
Yes.
I have a concealed carry permit from somewhere, but unfortunately, it's not recognized in Colorado, so I need
Right.
to go through the process to get one here. So I can come down, take the concealed carry permit, get the certificate, and my permit, right? Like that's all there is to it.
Okay, so it's a little more complicated than that. In the state of Colorado, each sheriff of each county is responsible for administering the concealed handgun permits.
Okay.
So, beyond that, you have to have some sort of certificate or proof of training, firearms training, in order to be eligible for a concealed handgun permit in the state of Colorado. So, which is why we put on a class and we give you a certificate at the completion of the class, which allows you then to go to the sheriff and apply for a concealed handgun permit.
So a couple of questions. One, all you give me is a certificate?
I give you a lot more than that, and
Okay.
sometimes I don't even give certificates.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And we're a little bit different than most of the shops around here, man. We're not just trying to like hand you out a piece of paper that you pay for. We're
Right.
trying to give you legitimately good, solid, safe training so that you can safely defend yourself with a firearm if you ever had to, heaven forbid.
So what do you give me other than the certificate and of course knowledge?
Well, one-on-one training at the range live fire so that you can adequately demonstrate your proficiency. But Redleg Tactical gives each student an inside the waistband holster for free.
For free? How are we going to pay for that?
That,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the concealed carry, introduction to concealed carry class for Redleg Tactical costs $99. Comes with that free holster. We train you with
Damn.
that holster. Okay, so you're given the
I think
the
we're
gear.
losing money.
Well, probably.
Yeah. I mean,
I would pay that much money for just your class.
so I mean, if you look at a lot of the classes in the area, you're looking at right around $100. But we also include that inside the waistband holster, which means you're essentially getting $40 for that holster, which is what we charge, $39.99. You're getting that concealed carry class for $60 and a penny.
And sure, you could go to some of our instructors in the area and just get a piece of paper, have no live fire training, have no holster,
This is very true.
and somehow that makes you
The training's the most important part. of that.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, some of those instructors don't have range time. They won't teach you how to draw from that holster or reholster to how to put the
how to
gun
do
back.
it safely, how to
Yeah.
not shoot yourself.
That's a
I mean,
pretty big
that's,
deal.
Yeah.
that's one of the most
I'd
dangerous
try
parts.
myself.
Yeah. I'm glad we were able to put that toe in the pickle jar, and save it. But yeah, I mean that's one of the most dangerous parts of carrying a firearm is putting that gun back in the holster because it is you're pointing the gun at yourself. No matter how you carry that holster,
I don't care if it's on the 3 o'clock hip.
Yeah.
That muzzle in the holster is most likely pointed at your femoral artery. So guess what? You better have a freaking safe holster first and foremost.
That's right, and you better know how to put the gun in that holster. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that a lot of those instructors out there offering cheap classes don't do that, don't cover that. They'll teach you how to clean the gun, and they'll talk about the 4 rules of firearm safety according to
If they do that
Colonel
at all.
Cooper, you know.
Yeah, that is the rules in which I live by, which, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah. Love Patriot Patch Company.
Yeah, courtesy of Patriot Patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the concealed carry class, very good value. Yeah, you're looking at a $60 course and a holster.
Yeah, so,
And not to mention, you get to go to the range with Ron.
That's right. I mean,
well, okay, so, and
look
last...
at this guy. Look at that face. Look at how clean shaven he is.
Last week, he was an instructor. By the way, Nick is a certified instructor.
That's right.
And I made him come out and actually do some work instructing. And
Yeah, every once in a while, Ron makes me do something, for real, despite my best efforts. Hopefully soon, Brad, by the way, you still have stickers on your back. Hopefully
When did I
soon
get stickers
here-
on my back?
A couple of times today.
Awesome.
Yeah, hopefully here soon, Brad will also be a certified instructor so that we can get him out.
oh,
So that, if I'm busy and I can't make it out, I can just, force Brad to do it for me.
But my classes are going to be a little more extreme.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do push-ups.
Extreme! Will there be Capri Suns?
Yes.
Okay.
With the armor-piercing
but
straws.
what about
Okay,
knives
then I'm
that
in.
we can hold underneath?
Why
Yeah, with
wouldn't
the same hand.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Metal Gear style.
Yeah, and we can shoot.
That is a non-option.
We can shoot the ceiling.
Yeah. I only carry a Mark 23.
There was
With the
something I wanted to cover on the classes, and I completely forgot.
Well,
Oh, are
Womp
you?
womp.
So your classes are NRA certified?
okay, so that's a good point.
That is a
So
good point.
while I am certified as a pistol instructor through the NRA, that merely gives me the qualification, at least in the eyes of Colorado, to be able to teach concealed handgun permits. The classes that I offer at Redleg Tactical are not NRA classes. I can teach those.
Yeah.
I just...
But, I mean, let's be honest here for a
You
second.
need a pillow and a blanket.
Yeah, real talk. The NRA kind of sucks in a lot of ways.
Now, don't get me wrong, they are the largest...
They are. They do things.
Of course, yeah. Disclaimer.
I'm a member, and I'll continue to be a member.
Okay.
But yes,
But-
I think you're right. They do need to change in many aspects.
Yeah, the NRA sucks in a lot of ways, and one of those ways is their training programs. So the only thing, as far as training goes, that the NRA has done right recently is require most states to require that instructors have an NRA certification. So Ron and I have both taken a class. It's a 2-day class. We got a little piece of paper that says that the NRA says we can teach people how to shoot a handgun.
Now, I don't want to dissuade people from that.
Right.
The training that you and I got through our mutual friend was really exceptionally fantastic.
and our mutual friend, of course, goes above and beyond. But
As do we.
I mean, how many instructors are there in this town? And I'm not trying to talk poorly about people. I'm not trying to talk down on anybody.
Yeah, but let's be
I'm just
real.
saying there are a lot of instructors out there, and there are a lot of training counselors out there who have received the certification from the NRA to certify instructors. A lot of those people out there will give a certification to anyone, and frankly, it doesn't mean much.
Yeah,
It's for the same reason that I don't go out and teach concealed carry classes by myself. I am an assistant instructor to Ron, because Ron, frankly, has a lot more experience than I do when it comes to teaching people how to shoot a handgun.
Passion.
I can go out there and I can help him out, and I can help with the rough process, and then Ron can come over and point those students in the right direction and polish them up. I can get them ready, and I line them up and he knocks them down. There are a lot of instructors out there who have those NRA certifications that frankly aren't worth a damn. And the same goes... Okay, yeah, I'm at 3. I've used all 3. Okay. So that goes... The same goes for the NRA certified classes. If we taught our introduction to handgun class the same way that the NRA tells us to teach the introduction to handgun class, you guys would be shooting the way that people shot 30 years ago. You guys would be using outdated techniques. Yeah, you'd be using a weaver stance. You'd be, strong arm locked, weak arm at a 90-degree bend.
Well, beyond technique, just the mere fact that anything that we would be teaching you would probably not be relevant to saving your life when your life is in jeopardy.
The NRA basic pistol class is so political that at this point, one of the biggest things they stress is not safety, but it is that you should not refer to a firearm as a weapon in the class. And while that's debatable and that's its own thing, I don't think that something you should be focusing on in a concealed carry class where you are teaching people to preserve their lives and save themselves and people they love. You shouldn't be worried about what word is acceptable to use. You should be worried about what is the most efficient way to deploy a handgun in a defensive situation.
Should be worried about nomenclature. You should be worried about saving your life and your loved ones'
Right.
lives.
And that's one of the big things in the NRA courses. So no, we do not teach an NRA course. We do have NRA certified course instructors, which is required by the state, but we do not teach an NRA course.
Now,
we teach, in my opinion, what is much better and above and beyond an NRA
So they
course.
would exceed the NRA's minimum standards.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Absolutely.
Now, let me back up just a little bit. If let's say that you moved here and you're absolutely never shot a firearm before. Okay.
I thought this was a good time to point out the Yeti,
Oh, great job. Yeah.
Talk about NRA.
What about the
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole. Oh,
the
definitely.
Redleg Tactical on the bottom?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Redleg Tactical is also important.
But let's say that you're an absolute brand new, I've never shot a gun, and I need to learn. So we've had several of those in class. And
Yeah.
I think, honestly, we've done a disservice to those persons as far as just kind of throwing them into the deep end of the pool, so to speak. Not necessarily with the curriculum. I think the curriculum is fine. I think that those persons that have never fired a handgun need a little more one-on-one time. And that's something that's been brought to our attention that we really need to do a better job on. And so as far as the instruction is concerned, we're always progressing, we're always moving forward. We want to get you trained in understanding not only the safety aspects, the legal aspects, but at the end of the day, how to effectively use the gun. If you can't get the gun in the fight, it's worthless. It's a lucky rabbit foot. If you can't do it safely, it was all in vain anyway.
I mean, I disagree.
Well, okay. Let me go down.
This last weekend, I came out there. You dragged me out there. You told me that I was going to be shooting your class, and then I showed up, and you were like, "You were an instructor."
That's pretty much what I did.
No, it's literally what you did. Yeah, I came out there thinking that I was essentially auditing Ron, and Ron told me that I was helping him teach the class.
I asked you what you wanted to teach, and then you went on this long story about a girlfriend that you were teaching, and yeah, completely off topic, but never mind.
Anyway, shh, Tyler might be listening. So, I kind of had it dropped on me, and fortunately I had two amazing students that I was working with. But I completely disagree. I mean, one of those students had been shooting for a long time. He was an individual who was essentially the perfect student. So this guy had been shooting for, a long time.
Very long.
Yeah, he had become comfortable in a certain technique, which was teacup, with his strong side elbow locked out,
Yeah.
his weak side elbow bent, and it's just not an efficient technique. And he had gotten used to shooting that certain way. And fortunately, like I said, we had basically the perfect student over there. He was totally open, totally willing to try new things. Even though he built this muscle memory and he had those training scars, he was willing to work on it and try to learn a new way and try to consider our point of view.
Now, yeah, he was the perfect student, really.
Oh yeah, by the end of the day, he was good to go. He was shooting the way we were showing him to. He
Very
accepted that. He understood why that was a better system to shoot isosceles with your weak side hand wrapped around. We also had over there that I was working with a fairly new shooter. It was a female who had been out shooting a few times and hadn't received any formal education and hadn't been shooting as much as this gentleman had, and also very open to training. And while they weren't totally new, they weren't people who had never fired a gun before, they were very comfortable with you.
Yes, of course.
They both had nothing but positive things to say about the way that you presented the material. If you've come out and you've never touched a gun before, you've never seen a gun before in real life, outside of a glass display case in a gun shop or whatever, frankly, Ron is a good instructor, and he'll try to play that down, and he'll try to be humble and all that BS.
Well, my point in all of that, of course, is for the persons that haven't touched that firearm or ever shot before, there's a lot of stuff that's just frankly uncomfortable. I mean, it makes a really loud sound. You probably don't understand how exactly it works, and so for that especially, there's a better job that I can do.
But still, I mean, we had a student in the class last weekend who was uncomfortable. Who wasn't comfortable with the sound and the recoil and the heat.
Right.
It was a combination of things. And you still took that individual over, you sat them down, you ensured that they were medically okay, you provided them with water, you gave them a break, you gave them a hat to shade their face and their head. I mean, I don't know what more this guy could have done other than build a freaking house around that person to protect them.
I have loads of ideas to make things better in that class. I never want to stop trying to improve.
Oh yeah, we can always be improving, but I think to say that you are doing a disservice to new shooters.
Okay.
Yeah, anything you do from now is just gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm just being too hard on myself.
Yeah,
but,
you're being too hard on yourself, and you're being ridiculously humble. This is essentially the Ned Flanders of the real life, of the gun world.
Well, unless, of course,
blessed,
you're talking about just racking a shotgun to save your life, which I will light you up on because that's just tomfoolery.
Oh, you mean that doesn't scare people away?
Oh no. Well, maybe
That bone-chilling sound of a 12 gauge.
So anyway, this is Ned Flanders, real life Ned Flanders. He'll make you the cocoa with the whipped cream.
Oh
and
my
the
gosh.
little stick and the
jeez.
chocolate, and then he'll torch it to make sure it's perfectly toasted. And
Yeah, thanks. Nick.
Oh my god, can we get hot chocolate?
yeah, we can. It's too hot for hot chocolate. We need iced chocolate.
So Mike wants to know where we get the live targets at. Well, I think we're just going to use Brad from now on.
I've been practicing my serpentine.
Brad's too slow.
Oh, okay. That's
Brad's
a joke.
way
That's a bad
too slow.
joke.
He doesn't move fast enough.
Jeremy says he
guess-
wants to learn how to not shoot himself. Jeremy, I can teach you how to not shoot yourself.
Ron can definitely. In fact, I mean,
I
to be
don't
quite
think we
frank,
can help Jeremy.
to be quite frank, Brad has experience in that field. He can teach you how to not shoot yourself.
We can't help Jeremy. Actually, Jeremy can help us. He's a medic.
You think Jeremy can?
Yeah.
He's a medic.
Ooh, medic. We taught civilian. Well, we didn't teach. We brought in.
Oh man, I
we
was
brought
thinking
in
it'd be
Sean
3
Aaron.
hours long.
Okay,
I know, right? We've been going way longer than we meant to. Ron and I debated for 20 minutes beforehand. I was like, "You have too many notes." He was like, "I don't have enough notes." I was like, "Last time we had barely any notes, and we went too far anyway." We've already run way too long and talked about everything we need to talk about. So
Now we're just having fun.
That's right. Every Saturday night.
We get so
Saturday night.
We stay up past 9 o'clock.
I'm gonna go get a cigar here pretty soon.
Let's open the doors, turn on the fan, and smoke our stogies. So, we did a civilian medical class recently. I know we talked about that already a decent amount on the live videos.
But it's so good.
It is. It's an amazing class. Even if you're not a gun person and somehow you found the Redleg Tactical page and you found this video and somehow you've made it through... How long is it?
Good question.
We
44 minutes.
Yeah, somehow you made it through almost an hour of this garbage.
We still have 8 people, so we're good.
The medical class is amazing. I mean, it's not just for gun people. It's not for people who go to the range. It is for people who live in modern society. So I mean,
Or
True.
non-modern society.
Well, that's
if you
true.
fall off your
Nice.
horseless carriage or something.
That's right. If you get kicked in the head by your horse while you're trying to reshoe him,
Yeah.
you may need some help. But yeah, I mean, even stuff that has nothing to do with firearms. I mean, I have worked in industrial environments my entire adult life, and I have seen so many workplace injuries.
4 years.
That's right. That's generous. Maybe a year. I've seen an insane number of pretty gruesome workplace injuries.
Yeah.
Even outside of work. I mean, a couple of months ago, I watched a man probably perspire in front of me, and there was nothing I could do to help him because he was in a car accident, and I could not get to him. I could not help him.
Wow.
But our buddy Sean Heron teaches this class. He'd been for probably 6 months trying to get me to take this class, and I kept putting it off. I'd tell him I'd be there, and then the class would come up, and I had something more important to do. And then this car accident happened. I was sitting at a red light. I was getting ready to make a right on red. A car overturned in front of me, and I could not get to the man. I could not help him. There was simply nothing I could do. And that's a hard thing. That's a heavy thing, you know. Like 1 minute you're sitting at a red light drinking your coffee on your way to work, and the next you are watching someone's life end. And it can happen at any moment. It can happen so fast. And this class is not about firearms. It's not about guns. It's about that crucial 10 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever, before first responders arrive. That I had gone through first aid stuff. I dealt with industrial accidents. I was on a team who part of my job was to respond to accidents in my workplace, and I dealt with eviscerations and deglovings and some horrible stuff. And there was nothing I could do for this man.
Deglovings.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are rough. Not life-threatening usually, but rough. It
Don't Google
it
that,
definitely
by the way.
changes you. There's a difference between being in a situation where you're aware that bad things can happen and listening to the radio on your way to work, drinking your coffee, having a good time, you know, and then something rough happens. The point of this class is to teach you what to do in those moments and how to respond so that you don't have that moment where you freeze up and you're not sure how to react. The point of that class is to save that person and preserve life, which is an amazing thing, you know? But to preserve that life in that 10-minute period or so that it takes for an ambulance to arrive, you're obviously not going to take the class and become a surgeon or, you know, a doctor or nurse or whatever. That's not what it's about. It's about controlling bleeding, positioning someone in such a way that they won't be a cripple, how to apply a tourniquet properly, how to pack a chest wound. It's an incredibly important class. And we did it here recently. And we plan to offer another one. My plan is to have it up online in September or so, and we'll probably offer it in November. And my reasoning for that is that it is not a cheap class.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not a cheap thing.
So
you are going to have to pay for it. It is an all-day class. It's what, 8 hours, 10 hours? It's
strong 8.
Yeah, pack a lunch because you're going to be there all day. But it is an excellent class. It's an incredibly valuable class if you drive a car, if you operate any kind of, not even machinery, but just, you know, I mean, if you run a bandsaw or something that could potentially injure someone, or if you live a life in modern society where people can be pretty quickly injured and maimed by things we deal with every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the human body is only designed to handle impacts of how fast you can run, which I mean,
right.
Legitimately.
Right, and then we get into cars and we do 55 down the road
Right.
while tailgating someone with a 10-foot gap, and we don't even think about it. But eventually the day comes where something horrible happens, and yeah, it's a big thing. Even if it's not for you, like obviously you're not gonna pack your own chest wound or whatever, but it could be the difference between saving and losing someone you love, or like I talked about, simply sitting there and watching someone perspire in front of you, or saving that person and knowing that you did whatever it took to save that person and kept them alive until someone more educated arrived. It's an incredibly valuable class.
So one of the reasons, obviously, that Nick and I are so passionate about this, well, first of all, I guess some backstory on me. I used to work at a shop that was really only interested in sales, and that's not my passion. My passion is to make sure that people are proficient and squared away and prepared for those life-altering seconds.
Right.
And I'm sure that's the same with you. And so that's something that we are really passionate about, having not only the tools, but the training to be able to save somebody's life, or perhaps even give, in the cases of firearms training, life-giving lead to stop the threat. So this particular class applies to everybody. Civilian Medic 1 applies to anybody regardless if you like firearms or not. I mean, it's if you have knives in your house, this class certainly can help you,
we are
save a
anti-knife.
life.
I'd like you to respect me because I am anti-knife.
Okay, anti-knife. All right, so
This is what I do for the dog, by the way.
we just use pistols to cut our meat.
You just shoot your way through the steak.
it's a great idea. Right?
Yeah.
We use rip rounds.
Now we're not interested at Redleg Tactical about being, taking your money. We're interested in
Right.
providing you life-saving information, and that's my whole freaking goal. That's why I'm here right now, and that's why I love that freaking class so much, and I carry this stupid thing everywhere.
Yeah,
That is not a prop. That is with him every second of the day.
Oh yeah. And to be quite frank, like, the cost of that class goes to pay our instructor who teaches that class. We bring in an outside gentleman. His name is Sean Heron.
Do you remember what he spends money on for the class?
Oh yeah, no, he a lot of that money ends up going back into that class. He frankly makes very little.
Yeah, I don't think anybody makes any money off of it. Like,
Yeah.
No, we're basically losing money.
I don't think we lose money, but I mean,
that's why I'm trying to schedule this class. While it is extremely important, I'm trying to schedule it far enough in advance that I understand. Like, I am not a rich man, and I understand there are a lot of people out there in the same shoes and the same position that I'm in.
missionary.
That's right. Reverse cowgirl.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It just went there.
There are a lot of people who are in the same position as I am, and it doesn't make it a less valuable class. Even if you don't have the money right now, it doesn't make it a class you should ignore. So I'm planning on, we'll probably post that stuff up at the beginning of September. My plan is to actually do the class in November. And my reasoning for that is I want everyone who is interested in that class to be able to have the amount of time they need to come up with that money, to do whatever they need to make sure that they are able to take that class. I want to give everybody fair warning. So that'll probably go live. We'll start advertising it. It'll be available on the website right around the 1st of September. And that class will be scheduled for sometime in November. Like I said, just because that gives 60 days, that's a 2-month period.
Yep. Should be plenty of time to get all everything in. It's a long class, so you got to take a weekend off, whether from work or
That's
get
right,
away from
yeah.
family or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a full day. Pack a lunch.
And then some. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is an incredibly valuable, excellent class. I've taken it. Ron has taken it, and you sat through the last time and assisted for it.
My wife's taken it. My wife loved it.
Yeah, I don't think Brad has taken it yet. But
No,
once
I
again,
unfortunately did not take it. I really wanted to.
yeah, that's another thing. I'm definitely gonna force Brad to take it because
Ooh.
one of these days I'm probably gonna end up like losing part of a finger or something, and I want Brad to know what to do, how to keep me from
I know what to
bleeding
do.
out.
I will laugh hysterically
Yeah.
for at least.
This
20
isn't like the
minutes.
time that I lit you on fire, Brad. This is serious because it's me. Yeah, I mean, some of our employees, we've talked to them about having their kids take it. I intend to sign up and frankly pay for it so that my significant other can take it.
I'm not his significant other.
Yeah, Ron is not. Neither is
Nor
Brad.
am I.
Yeah, and that's just because
I am
one,
married.
One, of course, if something happens to me, I want them to know how to react, and because I know it's a horrible feeling to sit there and feel useless while someone just is gone, you know? And I don't want anyone else to have to feel that feeling that you couldn't do anything and you watch someone breathe their last breath.
That's sobering.
It's a powerful thing, and it
Not to
sticks
be
with you.
not to be that guy, but if we wait 4 minutes, we will have done this for an hour.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not so mad about that. Hey, what's up, man? You guys.
We have more viewers than when we started.
Yeah, I know it's weird. I don't know why they're.
Should we just keep going until everybody leaves?
Why not?
At this point,
Hey, do any of you guys have questions? Okay.
we're getting pretty close.
We
to
need
the
some
Nick
questions.
Yeah, Nick at
At
night.
night. Nick at night. It's coming up.
Well, it is a Saturday.
Tell me, what is your favorite brand of whiskey?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So I do like.
Drinks a lot.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay. I recently had Lead Slinger bourbon.
Bourbon.
Okay. Yeah, it's not whiskey, but
No, bourbon is a type of
Is-
whiskey.
yes, of course.
It
but
is
but
whiskey.
it's not your traditional Jack Daniels or that caveat. But that Lead Slinger surprised me. I really enjoyed it. Buffalo Trace, obviously, close second.
Yeah.
Jefferson. Jefferson bourbon. Oh, Louisville, Kentucky. That's good stuff. How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
If it's in a plastic bottle, it's good to go.
Okay. I will. Urinate.
I think it's called a high end or top end or something.
Yeah, so-
if you go to the liquor store, it's on the floor because that's where they keep the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's not even on the shelf. It's literally on the floor.
If you can easily pay for it with singles.
Yes.
So
Maybe the change out of your cup holder.
Brad's not really a drinker.
Yeah.
No, not really.
He's like a 2-beer guy. Ron drinks a lot, to be quite frank.
Well,
Drink a lot. You drink almost as much as I do.
Like he
Which
drinks
is
so much,
a
I
lot.
feel we should have an AA class.
No.
I,
I'm not obviously walking around drunk. When at the end of the day, when I have no other responsibilities other than just to relax
Well,
in the house.
of course.
Sitting on the porch, drinking.
I'm not
a
trying to
drink.
say that any of us do anything irresponsible or stupid. But yeah,
We're close. We're good.
yeah.
Now, what about you, man? What's your favorite?
Honestly, my favorite, like my go-to, if I walk into the store and grab a bottle and go home and enjoy it, I'm a big fan of the Johnny Walker Double Black. It's got just the right amount of smokiness. It's very smooth.
Neat
It's,
on the rocks.
I will usually drink it with 1 ice cube,
Good man.
and I make my ice from filtered water. So I run the water
Oh.
through charcoal. Yep. That's right.
No, man,
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Yeah, a little bit of water helps it out. I like the ice a lot. Sometimes I will drink it neat. A lot of people will say that I'm not a purist because I drink it with a rock.
You're not
or
drinking
rocks.
it neat. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I like the ice because as I drink it melts, and as I drink it changes the flavor and affects it.
That's
The
true.
water reacts with the oils and the alcohol and changes it. So
Yeah.
as I drink it, every time I take a sip or whatever, I get a slightly different flavor and a slightly different experience.
What's your favorite cigar?
Romeo.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
Romeo and Juliet.
1879, I believe it is. My favorite cigar. It's a nice, full flavored cigar with no aftertaste.
Yeah. I mean, a friend of mine once said that a good cigar, like you knew it was a good cigar because you had to go brush your teeth afterwards.
See,
I
I
don't know about
chew
that.
Copenhagen, as you may know.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Oh, hey. So Mike Ryan said Whiskey Stone. Do you use any of the stones ever?
I had some whiskey stones and I left them with my ex-wife.
are those like kidney stones?
No.
Because that would be gross.
Whiskey stones are okay. The only problem I have with whiskey stones is that, like, while ice melts over a period of time and releases a small amount of water, which affects
the taste.
the taste. With a whiskey stone, you don't get the same effect with the taste. If you look into it and read about it and research it a little bit, you'll learn that having any food or beverage above or below a certain temperature will affect the way that your taste buds senses it. So Whiskey Stone will lower the temperature of that whiskey and affect the way that your taste buds are able to sense it.
Yeah, tremendously low in some cases.
Right, but it won't release that small amount of water, which has a chemical reaction that physically changes the flavor and the taste and the way that you sense it.
Yep.
So I'm not crazy about Whiskey Stones for that reason, because it is a simply they just make it too cold to taste anything. Whereas if I'm using an ice cube, it will make it cold, so my first taste is cold, and
Right.
I sense it differently, but it slowly changes and releases the water. And, so I just because of that I prefer an ice cube to Whiskey Stones, and I haven't bothered in getting more.
So I don't know if you noticed, if you can notice, we put up Nick's patch wall. That's over on the side here. Nick keeps that right above his workbench, and it's just too good not to show off. I mean, I
Everything on that wall is for sale.
No. Oh no, I have a low battery. No big deal. That'll turn off. Who cares?
Is that
no.
the GoPro?
Yeah. Well. But no, that patch wall is awesome, and so our buddy Derek, he's actually made, I think one, maybe two of the patches that you have on there.
He's done maybe one or two. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I see a lot of Patriot patch.
Of
on
course,
there.
yeah.
Love Patriot
Jake.
patch.
Jake is a good buddy of mine. He owns Patriot Patch, and yeah, he does fantastic stuff. To be quite frank, that's probably
85.
maybe 80. I'd say 80. That's maybe 80% of my patches.
Okay.
I mean, I certainly have more. I wouldn't say that I have like an insane collection, but I have a decent collection.
Yeah, beautiful collection.
I'm just at the point that I'm running out of room.
Yeah, you need a larger patch wall.
Yes, I do.
Favorite cookies?
A much bigger. Favorite cookies?
Famous Amos. There's no other discussion. We're done.
Here's
Okay,
the thing,
so-
Brad. Nestle Toll House chocolate chip recipe, the best.
Okay, guys. Girl
I
Scouts.
literally have 12
Hey,
bags of Famous Amos
Okay,
in the bag.
the Girl
three
Scout cookies.
syllables. Samoas. Okay?
It's
Samoas.
Samoas are okay. So are
Thin
Thin
Mints.
Mints. Thin Mints are the best, obviously.
What?
Samoas are second. But
Oh,
I mean,
really, like low second.
like what? We had a Girl Scout set up this
But
spring?
yeah.
Like a few months ago, we had a Girl Scout set up in our shop, and she was selling cookies, and of course, we're
It was-
fat, so we bought some.
The weather was super windy and all kinds
yeah.
of stuff, so we brought them inside.
They had the new s'mores ones, and we bought them and we ate them, but it was like we ate them because we paid for them and kind of felt like we needed to.
Because they were out of Thin Mints. Girl Scouts.
Yeah, they were out of Thin Mints.
Do not run out of Thin Mints ever.
Yeah. But I disagree. I mean, if we're talking about the best cookie, I think the Nestle Toll House chocolate chip recipe.
Wow.
That is the way to go. Throw in some walnuts. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Famous Amos, man.
Famous Amos, they're all right.
I just remember them from fire camps, because I used to set up
Yeah.
fire camps back in the day. That was like the highlight of my lunchtime, was like if I got a bag of those.
I mean, if we're talking like what we can go to the store and purchase right then. But I grew up with my mother cooking
right.
the Nestle Toll
Yeah.
House recipe. Like, I cook the Nestle Toll House recipe. I think as far as just like cookies in general go, if someone was to say what kind of cookie do you want right now, I would say the Nestle Toll House chocolate chip.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're done.
Jeremy says no walnuts, and I totally agree with Jeremy.
1 hour and 3 minutes.
I like walnuts. I like the cookies without the walnuts.
Oh man.
Walnuts are good though.
The GoPro committed suicide. That's how bored it
The
was.
GoPro did
Yeah,
that.
the GoPro.
No,
Hey,
okay, so
Gary.
I'm trying to make a production value out of this. I'm going to try and make that real nice and pretty. So for anybody that didn't watch the live stream, which by the way, on the Facebook live, I mean it's grainy, it's not so pretty,
Nah.
and I want to go ahead
Neither
and
are
clean it up. Well,
It actually probably helps. If we do
It probably does, yeah.
like a 4K GoPro video, nobody will watch it.
Yeah, it's kind of like SpongeBob. Like if you watch SpongeBob and they have like every once in a while they'll do the super close up paintings
Yeah.
of a character and you can see like all their pores and stuff. Yeah, if we had like high production value, that's what it would be like.
Hey, I'm trying to make it nice and pretty. John Jackson was on here. Hey, John.
Hey.
Dude, it's really good to see you. Thanks, man. I
John
really
Jackson
appreciate
is
you.
our favorite Aussie.
Yeah, oh, definitely so.
I'm glad that he came to the U.S. He doesn't have to hang on anymore. You know,
Yeah, I know,
he used to be
falling
down
off
there on
the
the
side.
Yeah, he used to be down there on the bottom and had to hang on all the time. So
You guys are
didn't
on
fall
a
off,
different planet right now. I'm totally lost.
Jeremy says, yeah, the Facebook for him like freezes all the time. Mike says he prefers to see it in a lower resolution.
but obviously, yes.
Man, I don't know. I'll go back and forth. If I can clean it up and make it prettier, I might.
If
I
we could do
believe
this
that-
in 16-bit, I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Could we do like Super Mario Brothers
Da,
somehow?
da, da,
Yeah.
da, da,
Or no,
da.
not
8-bit. We'll go 8-bit.
not
yeah.
Super, but like Mario Brothers, like
Yeah.
OG stuff.
Oh yeah, no, we'll go 8-bit.
I want to see the pixels.
Take some shots with a drone. Okay.
Can we fly a drone in here?
Dang right, I can fly a drone in here. Rich, that's a great idea. I will land it on Nick's head. It'll be perfect.
Okay.
It's so good.
As long as it has one of those massager things, like the
No.
octopus built into it.
I'm trying to get it to shoot a Glock, man.
You can land and take off repeatedly and just massage my
We
scalp.
should wait till that
Did you guys-
one piece of paperwork comes in to where we start strapping drones with guns.
But did you see that test fire of the drone shooting? It was last year. It
Oh
was-
yeah, where it would like move back like 5
It was
feet
like-
every time it went off. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised the
actually-
gun cycled.
Like it was rigid enough to where the gun would cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live very close to my brother, and a fantasy of mine was always to attach an airsoft gun to a drone and then just like wait outside his house for him to come out, and then just
That is
unload
literally
on
the
him.
laziest thing I've ever heard.
I know.
Oh no, fantastic.
I would just wait outside the door.
Yeah, but that's not as entertaining. If you can get it on video, you recording while you're flying around.
So Mike has an excellent point. I can't land the drone on his head until at least Brad takes civilian medic one.
It's
So,
true.
This is true.
all right, Rich,
Yeah,
we'll wait until that happens.
I mean, with Brad, we could at least like paint the stripes and do the landing strip.
Thanks for letting everybody know that I'm bald.
Yeah, Brad's bald.
Brad,
My hair moves from my head like to every part of my
Yeah,
body.
he's got what's called a crop rotation.
like SETI or Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, is that it? They're checking out the crop circles up there.
That's right.
Like
Yeah.
that?
It just moves.
I gotta go. My kid's crying.
Oh,
Fishing.
okay.
He's got the cutest kid in the world.
He does.
He does,
Audrey's
yeah.
beautiful.
I just pretty much want to hang out with her.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean,
Yeah.
we hate you too.
So should we stay here all night, Ron?
I think we
after Brad
should
leaves?
have Nick at night for as long as the freaking iPhone will continue to
Yeah.
not die.
Yeah, we'll plug it in.
Oh, we could
Plug
use
it in,
mine.
plug it
Oh
in.
wait, I'm banned.
Oh, that's good.
Like
All right, so I think at this point,
for you of guys that have not been banned in Facebook
Say
jail,
hello.
I can watch everything that's going on Facebook and in Messenger. I cannot participate in anything.
which makes it great. So send lots of messages,
Tons.
tons.
I'm trying to sell some things on Facebook Marketplace right now, and
So-
I cannot respond to anyone.
Recently we talked about sending birthday messages for Brad. At this point, like he can't respond or anything, so maybe just send lots of insults about Brad, because he can't respond. Yeah, so send stuff that'll make him mad, irritate him, specifically because he can't respond. Yeah, we've been going for a while now. Ron was actually concerned about the notes. Ron was like, "Oh man, we got to talk about more. We have to have more notes."
No. I just wanted to be structured and not go down all the rabbit holes.
We already
and
did
whatnot.
it.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we just like leaped.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't matter if we're structured or not.
There
It's
was
gonna happen.
no structure.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I really don't. And apparently 5 people don't mind
5?
at all.
Yeah, hey,
5
hey.
people don't
Hey, we
mind.
Alright.
gained somebody. Let's stay here for another 45
That's
minutes.
a great idea.
So
What questions do you have?
this is Brad.
No, it's not.
Brad does our Cerakoting. He does some of the kydex. I am Nick. I do the gunsmithing and some of the kydex. This is Ron.
Some
or
homeless man we just picked up.
whatever
off the
his
street.
name is. This is Ron. Ron does the training, the Facebook, the website stuff, and all of the overthinking and all of the overplanning. He's the guy that has like the itemized itinerary when we go on vacation.
Yeah, where Nick and I just
Show
in.
up and do whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I am getting looks.
Yep, he got a really good look.
So we're here at Redleg Tactical. You can find us from 10:30 to 6:30 from Tuesday to Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Is it Saturday?
Tuesday.
Hey, listen,
Saturday.
you don't even have to do that.
You get to sleep in tomorrow. Tuesday to Saturday, 10:30 to 6:30. You can find us all the time on Facebook. You can get on our website, which is redlegtactical.com. You can find us on Instagram, which is at Redleg Tactical. If you decide that for whatever reason I somehow have not irritated and or annoyed you enough, you can hear more of me on the We Like Shooting show or...
Double tap.
Yeah, We Like Shooting Double Tap, that's the one.
That's a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, those are podcasts, and those are Monday and Wednesday? Monday and Wednesday night. Unfortunately, Brad makes me re-listen to those, which is horrible. Those are on the Firearms Radio Network. We talked a little bit about our civilian medical class, which is an excellent idea for anybody out there who lives in the modern world and, doesn't drive a buggy to work with horses and believe that phones are bad. Sean Heron is also on that show with me. He's an excellent guy, excellent instructor, excellent teacher.
Love you, Sean.
That's right. So you can come out, talk to us anytime on Facebook, Instagram, or in the store.
Most of the time you can't talk to me on Facebook, though.
Yeah, well, you talk to him on Instagram, you talk to him on Facebook, and if you really want to talk to me, you got to come into the store because I don't like any of that stuff. I think we've more than well covered everything. I think at this point,
I think we could probably skip like the next 6 Saturdays.
I'm pretty sure
we've kicked a lot of dead horses.
Yeah, they are beat.
But hey, you know what? We're not going to skip next Saturday, and we will be right here.
Yeah, we'll be back
place
to irritate you guys. Yeah, you can tune in.
I mean, we might move like a couple of inches to the left or right,
and I'm
but
really
pretty much the
I
same
like that
place.
idea. Yeah.
I'm really hoping you guys get the lead times. Like,
Hey, we're working on it.
Where do you want them, Ron?
We are working our heinies off. I have to say heinies because I used up my allotted words.
Wait, what words can I say?
okay.
Damn.
No,
ass.
stop it. Hey, check this out real fast, everybody. Oh my goodness! You just had to see that. I had to show you. I'm very sorry. That's it. Everybody, hey, appreciate you watching.
We love you.
This is Brad. I'm Nick.
Goodbye.
This is Redleg Tactical.